Alright, guys, hey there, and welcome to the postponed 13th edition of the Onokast, one of our good podcasts as always. But we are joined by two great guests, and I think Torrez will be here eventually. But we have Mr. Renegade Operative,
Hey, what's up, people? How's everything going?
and we have first time guest, Mr. KaptainKaos.
Hey guys, what's going on?
How are you guys doing tonight?
Pretty good, can't complain.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good myself. Just got home from school, did some college work. It was pretty basic, but I did have fun for what it was.
Yeah, I just got back from my part-time job. It's not much, so.
That's good to hear. Glad you both were doing well. Let me pull up my Google Doc, and first segment will be about gaming. And
Favorite topic.
yep, yep. What is your reaction to S1E13 teaming up with EA to stream EA games on your table box?
It sounds like another gimmick, if you ask me.
Hmm.
I really think that when it comes to the point of like gimmicky team ups and things of that nature, we have to wait and see what happens because a lot of people think that these team ups are going to be successful at 1st, and then they just fizz out in the end. Like when they made the Connect for the first time, a lot of people hated it. So I'm willing to see what happens, but in terms of like ruling any judgments or whatever, I'll reserve it.
Yeah, like for me in general, like you mentioned streaming games to your cable box. Like it sounds like I don't know, it could be a good idea, but the whole streaming games thing is just it depends on your internet, and that's the thing. Like it's just not it's because it can be finicky, like depending on what kind of internet you have. So the game could lag like a lot if you have really bad internet. So I don't know. I just don't think it's a good idea in general. But that's just me. It could work out. It just depends, like I said.
I say if they take something like that into consideration, maybe it'll work if they decide to give people like
I
packages and stuff like that.
Yeah, like if they had something like catered to like your internet speed somehow or something, or they kind of like in some way fix the game so it would actually run at like according to what your internet speed is at the moment or something like that. Like that would be a good way to improve it. But just I don't know if that's what they have in mind. That probably isn't. So I can't. But then again, I can't really say.
Let me look at the games that are actually be on here. FIFA, 13.
It's,
I honestly don't care about FIFA.
NBA
yeah, any
Jam,
sports games.
On Fire Edition, and Real Racing 2. And I think they're also gonna have Plant vs. Zombies. And that's about it. That's, that's the game
Well,
that you can play on your Xfinity cable box.
that's already a red flag because they don't have a big selection yet.
It's not the most impressive lineup.
Right. So yeah. I thought that
So,
was,
what else have you got on the table for us, Lester?
what else? Did you guys watch Evo?
I watched Evo. It was entertaining. It had its moments. It had its weird moments. Like I saw Frieza on stage. Some guy dressed up like Frieza from Dragon Ball. And I was like, "What the hell's going on?" And then there was two guys. They were having like the match was so hyped that they were taking off their shirts, and I was like, "What the hell is happening?" I was actually like live tweeting it, but it was exciting for what it was. I'll say it was better than last year. But it's unfortunate that some people got their stuff stolen, and I don't know how these guys managed to smuggle out like a giant table out from the eye of security. I just don't understand that.
I'm just imagining somebody carrying a tape. Fucking yeah.
I was joking about it. I was like, the only way they smuggled that out is if they had Solid Snake on their team.
They just like carry it under their shirts or something. Just like try to run out the door.
They carried it out via cardboard boxes.
Yeah, I can't really say anything about Evo. I'm not really into the whole fighting game community thing, but I don't know. It seems like it's kind of a mess. Like, I don't know. It's just, 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 I It is, from what in Renegade I subscribed, it sounded like I'd be interested in watching it regardless. Stuff like that was happening.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it was very entertaining. They had some very good matches. There were some matches that was like it felt like the other guy just like threw some matches or whatever. I can't like really recall his name, but it felt like it had some slumps here or there. But overall, it was very entertaining, and I'm glad like a lot of people was getting the word out, talking about it, and they were having fun with it. And that was the main point of watching it, just having a lot of fun along with everybody else.
Yeah, well, that's always good.
Yeah.
Next question: Do you guys have a PS4?
I do.
I do.
Are you guys hyped for Street Fighter 5 beta tomorrow?
I have it. I will be playing it. I'm not sure. From everything I've seen, it does look interesting. It does look like it has a lot of fundamentals over Street Fighter 4 with the whole V-trigger thing, but everything remains to be seen. I'm not sure if they're going to have the new characters up there or not, because they just revealed a character Evo, and I'm not sure if they're going to have him, but I got the beta code from a friend, so I'm going to test it out and see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. I'm not sure about the net code, because that might piss me off as it did Mortal Kombat X, but I'm willing to see what happens.
Yeah, as for me, I've never really gotten much into Street Fighter, but I might check out the beta just because I don't know too much about it, but it'll probably be my first time really getting into it, I guess. I might start out with Street Fighter 4 because I know that's a really popular one if I ever do get into it. But yeah, just in general, like fighting games aren't really my favorite genre, but I do like playing them every so often. Although I admittedly mash because it's kind of complicated to find out all the moves and combos and stuff, but it takes a lot of skill to know all that.
I say if you're going to get into Street Fighter 4, like, always try to play stuff with friends so you don't have to worry about who's good or whatever, because, your buddy probably will be mashing just the same.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it is with me when I was playing Smash.
Yep.
That's all we do is just fucking mash.
Yeah.
But I figured out some stuff from mashing. I figured out, like, what activates the special and all that, so I'm learning.
I was playing Street Fighter 4 on Steam. I kept getting my butt whooped because I didn't know how to play.
Yeah.
So, that wasn't good.
I say practice makes perfect. Like, the more you practice, the more you learn how the moves are going to go. And when you have that time to take the practice, eventually you'll start beating someone. It's like, of course you're not going to beat the best player, but of course you have a chance to beat someone on your level.
Pretty much, and I mean, it just helps more, I've found, to just play more with certain characters just to figure out their moves and what buttons activates from their moves, so you can just get better with them.
So, are you guys gonna try to fight the SP?
That's
I'm not
reason
sure.
why I wanted Mortal Kombat X was just to screw with them, but I never got around to it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. If it depends if they have lobbies or not, because of course, if they have lobbies in the beta, you'll have a much easier time finding him if he creates one. But if they don't, and it's just like random matchups over and over again, it might be a little harder. If I do run into him, I told everyone on Twitter I have the record button ready to go. But I'm not sure how it's all going to work out. We'll see. If they have some decent matchmaking, then you'll definitely run into DSP one way or the other.
Yeah, I actually heard he was fighting Evil AJ and some other people on his Street Fighter, his farewell to Street Fighter stream or whatever. They found him and they beat his ass, so that was fun.
Yeah, he was. He got absolutely wrecked.
Yeah, he got wrecked. We just have some breaking news. Yeah, breaking news. Apparently, Project Cars is going to be cancelled for the Wii U because the hardware isn't strong enough. What are your reaction to that?
Well, you want to go first, Chaos?
Wait, what was it? Sorry.
Project Cars for the Wii U being canceled.
I've never even, I'll be honest, I've never even heard of that, so.
Yeah, the developers said that the Wii U is too weak.
I can believe that, yeah. I mean, Wii U is a system, I think it is an interesting console, it has really good games, but the hardware is obviously lacking.
Yeah.
and that's a problem. And
Yeah.
that's really Nintendo's. That's really just a bad decision on Nintendo's part, which leads me into why I don't really like them doing the whole NX thing,
Hmm.
because it's like, oh, I don't know, it just feels like, if you bought a Wii U, like, oh, we're gonna make another console because we failed with the Wii U. So it's
Hmm.
like, why? Why even bother? You already have a next gen console, just stick with it.
Hmm.
But I don't know, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much fact that the Wii U has less than refined hardware to run a lot of
Yeah.
third-party games, and it's really sad to see them lose a lot of third-party support because of it. They could have had a lot of great titles come on the Wii U, but the devs opted out. So
Yep.
I'm trying to at least have some hope that in the future, when they decide to move on from the next, because I'm not sure how that's going to go, that they
Yeah.
decide to upgrade the hardware.
Yeah, it needs to be upgraded pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, their first party games are good, but
Yeah.
like you said, the hardware is just not
Yeah.
there. I mean, they can do a lot with what they have, though. I'll say that. Like for example, Bayonetta 2 and some other games like Super Mario,
Hmm.
3D World, like those look really good. But those are first party games. So like the third party stuff, yeah, it's not going to be as impressive.
Yeah, that's what I think is keeping Nintendo like pretty much afloat because their first party titles or the titles that they managed to grab for exclusivity, they always turned out to be either good, decent, or amazing so far. So at least they have that in their court. But in terms of the third party stuff, it's something that they really need to work on because if they have that support, they can have a lot of games to show for it on good hardware.
Yeah, like one of the games I'm really excited for, Xenoblade Chronicles X. If that game, because it's supposed to be like open world and just gonna the graphics look good. If that's all it's made out to be, and it comes on the Wii U, it's actually this really open world. The graphics look good. Like that's impressive. That with such mediocre or just not as good hardware, they can do all that. That's really cool. But I mean, I don't know. I haven't played it yet, but it looks like it could be really good for what it is, and especially for what system it's on.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
What do you think about the NX? Do you think it can compete with the PS4 or Xbox One?
I doubt it. I'm just like I don't know about everybody else, but I'm just over the whole mobile gaming kick. It's just not my thing. I would prefer to play on either console or PC as opposed to playing mobile tailored games. I'm not saying that they couldn't have like a demographic for it because I'm sure there's a lot of people that likes to play quick games for like a couple of seconds and then they'll put it down. But it just depends on how they market it. If they have a slew of games like they did on the Nintendo 3DS and they have a lot of support for it, then it could probably pick up somewhere. But if they don't, then I just see it's going to die fast and it's going to be another bad business decision for Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't think it's a good idea to cater to the whole like mobile cell phone game market because it's mainly just a casual market. Like I just think it's really just a good idea to focus more on console stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I've just never been interested in the whole mobile game thing.
Yeah, like I swear, I never pull my Vita out for anything but to play PlayStation 1 classics. That's how uninterested I am in playing it. It's like I'd rather sort of play that stuff on the console instead.
Yeah, like I mean, the Vita, I mean, like I like playing the Vita, but the thing is it's only caters to people who are really interested in RPGs, and that's the main library it has, role playing games, stuff like that. 3DS is has a way bigger library stuff. So
Yeah.
I mean, like, but they both have their own unique things about them. I mean, Vita is a powerhouse system, and 3DS is not as powerful, but it still has way more games. But I just don't like how people are like, oh, the Vita is obsolete. I disagree. I think it's still a good console. It's just not, it's not nearly as well known as 3DS and doesn't have as many games. And the whole thing that Sony did with the memory card.
Oh yeah, that was awful.
That was
the
a
fact that you had
terrible
to
idea.
You had to pay so much money for a good, efficient memory card. What I just did is, the original owner, I bought it off used for Amazon. The original owner had a memory card in there, so I just kept that, and then I just bought like an 8 gig for like $20. And I saw the other cards for like 60. I was like, no way.
I didn't even fuck with 8 gig. I just got a 32 gig. But even that, like, that's going to take up space really quickly.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing is it's ridiculous. It's just too expensive. They just
Yeah.
need to do something about that. But I don't know. I guess it's too late now. But it was a bad idea.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll fix that with the video too. If this
I guess if they ever have another handheld
Yeah.
console, but I
I-
doubt. I don't know. I don't know where the whole handheld console thing is going. But
Yeah, the video sales aren't doing so well.
no.
I don't think they're gonna make it that one. Let's see. Next segment will be about YouTube. Are you guys hyped for YouTube gaming coming out? Next month?
I heard something about that. Is that just like I'm not too. I don't know too much about that. I know it has something to do with like gaming channels, or they're having
Yeah.
a whole like section just for gaming.
Yeah. It's supposed to
I mean, I don't know. I
compete
think it's
with-
pointless.
Yeah.
I think it's pointless. It's like, what's it going to change? I mean,
Isn't it mostly catered around streaming?
I
oh,
think
it is.
so. Yeah.
Well, I mean, then again, you could
yeah.
already do that.
Yeah, you could do that on Twitch.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just YouTube making more changes that really don't matter. That they don't really. They only focus on like smaller stuff that doesn't really need to be changed, and not the bigger issues. It's kind of always how they've been. But I'm guessing that's more has to do with Google. Just the fact that Google is in control of everything.
Dipping their hand in the money pen.
Yep.
Do you guys think it can eventually take over the streaming market?
It depends. Like what they have to do is they have to outweigh the number of options that Hitbox and Twitch already has. So they have to be systematically better in order for them to succeed. Otherwise, I think people are too used to Twitch and Hitbox, and they aren't going to convert over because they feel comfortable where they're at.
I think the only reason people would stream on YouTube is it's just more efficient. You don't have to go to another website. If you have a YouTube channel, you can already do it. But yeah, that's just as Renegade said. There's not as many options, so it's way more limited. You can't really. I don't think you can have moderators in your chat or anything like that.
It's very limited.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
it's limited, they need to work on a lot
Yeah.
before they decide to take on the big boys.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's just an extra feature right now. It's not really much other than that. So.
Yeah. Let's see. What do you guys think of Dailymotion?
Dailymotion?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know too much about it other than it's another competitor for you.
This is another video sale on the site.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know too many people that really use it that much.
Yeah.
At least it's just it can't really. I mean, it's another one of those competitors that won't really be able to match up to YouTube, unfortunately, because even though YouTube is just something that really needs to be fixed in a lot of ways. But it's I don't know. I feel like there should be some competitor to come along to try to match up to YouTube, but I just don't see it happening.
Yeah,
It's-
Dailymotion is like
way more stuff and way more videos, and it has a history to it. There's like just a lot more stuff you can find on YouTube, where these other sites, they're either fairly new or they just don't have as many people on them as there are on YouTube. So it just can't hold a candle to it.
Yeah, Dailymotion is like, I don't like how they lack the fact that you cannot upload past an hour. That's
Yeah.
that's a little off-putting
Yeah,
to me.
mention those restrictions.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
With YouTube, there's, at least I like now that there's no, because I remember when there used to be a time limit. I mean, now
15
there's no
minutes.
time limit. Yeah, 10 minutes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like, I remember people who were just starting to do Let's Plays back then, and they had to have like those
Yeah.
little 10
Yeah.
parts.
Like
I had to pull a
5-minute parts.
DSP.
Yeah.
That must
yeah.
have been a nightmare to be like a Let's Player back then.
Yeah. It was horrible.
Have like 100 parts to your Let's Plays. Just 10-minute parts.
Now we can have 30, 35, 40
Oh, there's
minutes.
3 yards.
Yeah. So, how do you guys get started on YouTube?
I mostly just started out doing Let's Plays because, I mean, for a while I kind of screwed around with it, but I never really got serious about it until like I just started my YouTube channel. I just basically started doing Let's Plays, and then a little bit later on, like I heard about Phil, and I started doing those React videos to him, and that just blew up, and I didn't expect it to.
Yeah.
So people want me to do more of that. I started doing more of that, and I did that for a while, but then I got back to Let's Playing, and I am mainly just doing that now again, and every now and then I'm doing Phil-related stuff, and I think that's how I'm just going to do it from now on. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how I got known. I just didn't expect, I never thought I would even get known. It was just a complete surprise to me. So I was just like, wow, the people really like to hear people criticize this guy, you know, because I didn't hear about Phil until yeah, I think it was Chip and Onokast did their commentary on like it was Metal Gear Solid 2, or he was playing Metal Gear Solid 2, and then from that I found Evil AJ and all that. So that's how I found out about him.
Well, I started like doing Phil content like initially. I think well beforehand I had a YouTube channel, but of course I was doing like random gaming videos and stuff like that. But the big thing was finding out about DSP. I was already talking to Hollywood Kojima on the side, and we were already like good friends. So he was showing me some things, and that eventually led to me going to DSP's Twitch, and that eventually led to me hearing Pandally totally moderate the chat to hell and ban everyone and just turn it into a nut house. So I decided, man, this guy and his girlfriend, they're awful. I gotta like put a video out or something about this. So that's when I made the This How You Don't for Mortal Kombat 9, and that really took off from there. So I was really entertained with making those videos, so I decided to make a slew of those videos, and a lot of people liked it. So that's how I got started on YouTube.
I mean, it's just crazy because like I remember like finding this I Don't Play videos, and I'm like, there's more of these, because I found some more, and I was like, this guy is insane, because I found out more stuff he did, and I'm like, this guy's just ridiculous. Like he's so much stuff about him, and it's still going on today. Like he's still just as much of a train wreck. It's insane. Like there's always something he's doing. So it's just I don't know. It's just the gift that keeps on giving, I guess.
I'm not sure who said it. Was it two best friends that said it's like a train wreck you can't look away from?
Yeah, I think so, because they were on like the Retsu Talk, and I think Slow Beef was interviewing one of the two best friend guys, and they said something about that.
Yeah, that's the truest form of what I can say about DSP content. It's like, even if you want to look away, he just fucks up one of your favorite games to hell. And it's like, really? He messed that up? Well, I better go see how it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and not only that, but like there's just so much stuff that he's always doing, like just in his life in general, that like it's just like not only is he bad at games, but like there's like, for example, like his gout and everything, and he just never goes outside his house for like an extended period of time. I mean, I think everything that's happened since he's moved has just been so much, like everything surrounding him has just been so much worse, especially like just not only his gameplay, but just him in general. Like, if you watch any of his, like, DSP Tries It or his vlogs or anything, it's just, he's always doing something stupid, or, like, he is Ask the King, he's always saying something dumb, or he's always eating, like, burgers, even though he's supposed to be on a diet. It's just crazy.
I'm surprised that, since you mentioned he doesn't go out of his house, I'm surprised no one photoshopped him on, like, a caveman or Fred Flintstone or some shit. I would totally laugh if I saw that.
Yeah, like, he only leaves his house, like, I'm pretty sure just to get a game or, like, to do some chores, and that's it. I mean, I don't know of anything else he really does. He just sits in his fucking, his quote-unquote office all the time. But yeah, everybody else that criticizes him has no life. It's just so hypocritical. But
and we have Torrez. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, Torrez?
If he's there.
He said he can't hear anyone in the call.
Bug Skype mechanics?
Looks like Buzz.
I'm guessing so, because he's been, like, dropping in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to reconnect with Mr. Torrez. So, what can we do now? Are there any good DSP videos this week? That you guys know of?
Let's see. I can't think of. I've seen like so much stuff this week that I can't think of any good ones that I saw. I hope that someone does a "this is how you don't" for Resident Evil Code Veronica X, because I've been hearing that he's been eating a lot of crap at that game. Like, I don't see how someone got killed by the tyrant near the plane and just smacked out of the cargo plane, because that's, like, personally never happened to me, but everything always happens to Phil that is just astronomically hilarious. And hopefully someone's doing it. This is how you don't play of it. As I said, I will do a lesson door, and I think that would be pretty fun to do something like that, since I know a lot about the series.
Yeah, I mean, I've mostly been playing catch up because I've been gone, so I've just been watching a lot of those. Some of his videos where he's showing off his statues he's selling, and I've been watching some of vaping and gaming stuff. He's been doing reactions to them, and one of the things he was doing was he's showing off his Patreon, and he still has these ridiculous goals up, mostly for games he's going to play. Apparently, he plans on playing Crash and the rest of the Crash games, and Crash 2 is like, I think he wants $1,000 for it or something. Yeah, like it's his top goal to play some of those games. It's like, I don't know, like I always find it funny. It's like it seems like every Let's Play he's doing now is just he's getting paid for it. Well, I mean, I knew he was always getting paid for it, but I mean, at least he's getting donated for to play it on Patreon or from his patrons. So it's, I don't know, like there's a lot of that going on, and he's just said a lot of stupid stuff, like especially considering Iwata, and I don't know, it's mostly the same stuff I've come to expect from him. I haven't really missed anything huge except for the whole Iwata thing, but it's pretty much the same as usual. He's doing the same stupid stuff.
Guess what games he's gonna be playing next?
Oh boy, here we go.
Fallout New Vegas. Again.
Yeah, he had a poll for that.
Yeah.
I forgot what what were the other games in that poll? Because I know one of them I really didn't want to play. I think it was like Spyro.
Yeah, Spyro was there.
Yeah,
I think
Spyro. I was like, why are you gonna ruin that?
Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, I think was one of them.
Yeah.
I think one of them was like Fallout 1 or something.
Yeah, Fallout 1.
Oh yeah.
He would have wasted with that game.
Yeah, any of the older games, the really old hard games like that, he would get owned like so bad. I kind of want to see him play that one. There'd be so much rage.
Watching the chat. Yeah, this is the third time he's playing New Vegas, and I'm probably gonna make a decision and play it again.
How in the hell did he? I don't understand. Like,
Apparently,
I can understand if you're doing a playthrough and it's old and you got like old equipment and stuff like that, but I don't see how you're doing it like 3 times already. Like,
wait, so he already played this game?
He played it twice.
What?
One time in 2010, and then he did like a mini Let's Play in 2011, and now he's playing it again in 2015.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would you...
It makes no sense. I don't know why.
I mean, I guess I could kind of understand, like, even though I think it's incredibly stupid, like, you know, playing Last of Us Remastered, like, okay, sure, it's at 60 frames a second, whatever, but, like, why would... You're literally playing the same game, like, you're playing New Vegas again, like, why?
I would understand if he was playing PC and there's mods, but he's playing on his Xbox 360 again, so it's the same game.
Yeah, it's just the vanilla New Vegas.
I don't understand at all.
Yeah. Yeah, because I knew he did Fallout 3. I just wasn't sure about it.
Yeah, Hollywood Kazuma is supposed to be doing it this so I don't play. Like 2 years now.
Yeah.
We're trying to reconnect with Mr. Torrez.
Yeah, apparently the artist is having some issues.
He's having some bad Skype mechanics, nothing he can do.
Nothing
he tried blocking, didn't work. So we'll try
I can't see.
I can't see.
I think he got gout before he tried to get in the call.
Skype got gout. Yeah. So we'll
have to go feed that gout.
We'll try to
get some more. Go get some more Jack in the Box.
Yeah. We're gonna try to reconnect.
Oh, speaking of which, do you guys notice in every DSP tries, he always has like some more food on the side?
Oh
like he
I've been
had
noticing
the burger
that.
he was gonna eat.
I
You know, the most hilarious thing I heard him say, I think he was eating like some Burger King breakfast or whatever, or McDonald's breakfast, whatever the fuck. And
Yeah.
then he said, you know, I'm not even going to eat all this. I know it's bad for me. I'm just going to put it away for later. I was like, why did you buy it in the first place?
I'm gonna put it away for later, even though it's bad.
I like the comments. People were saying that, oh, he's going to eat that shit anyway. He just doesn't want the
Oh, yeah. You know, when he's done recording, he just eats the rest.
Yeah, he's just gonna eat the rest when we finish.
I love the ones where he was like eating the Twinkies, and
Yeah.
he was thinking about like his history with Twinkies
Yeah,
or something. Like
that was
he
great.
said, like the first time he ate a Twinkie or something like that. It's like what?
Yeah. You guys remember when he was in the shower?
Oh, what's that?
You guys remember when he was like in the shower, testing soap or something? That was
Oh, never mention that again.
That was horrible. Let's see what else I got on the Juke Deck. Let's see. What can we talk about? What did y'all think of E3?
Oh, this UZ3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this year.
Obviously, I mean, Microsoft. I guess I'll just start off with in order, like press conferences. I'll just summarize my thoughts on it. Microsoft, you know, more of the same stuff. Forza, Halo. It didn't really impress me, honestly. It was just there was no announcements that really got my attention. I guess like I think they showed something with Minecraft, like the whole
The HoloLens.
thing.
Minecraft.
Like that one was pretty interesting, but that's pretty much it. And then Sony obviously stole the show.
Yeah.
Is that there's so many games like you know you'd never thought they were going to say anything else about Last Guardian, and then they start off with Last Guardian. Like that was surprising to a lot of people because they thought that was canceled, and they're like, "Oh, hey, it's not canceled. We're actually gonna do the game." There was that. There was like this game called Horizons that looked really interesting. There was just a lot of stuff. There's Uncharted, and obviously there's no more announcements of Uncharted. That looks really good. Shenmue 3 is the huge one. That was like that. Just everyone like I love people's reaction to it. I was watching people's like reaction video. I think it was like Screw Attack or something. Like there was one guy who jumped out of his chair and he just started like
really
literally
was
crying.
excited.
Or like he was crying or laughing or something. I don't know. It was just insane. And like as soon as he saw Shenmue, he's like, "Oh my god!" Yeah. I like literally the night of that. I donated like $100 to that Kickstarter.
Oh,
I was like, I was so hyped for it. And then there was like a lot of other stuff. What else did they have? Because I think they like, what else did they announce? They announced some other stuff. I just can't even think of it right now. But there was like basically Shenmue and was the huge thing. But that, I mean, like with Last Guardian, if they had just announced Last Guardian, that would have sold people. I didn't really watch the other press conferences. I just heard about them, so can't really say too much about those.
Well, I think pretty much the same stuff as Chaos. Of course, I mean, Microsoft did have some stuff that probably made people happy, like the backwards compatibility thing, but I'm just like, eh. Yeah, I'm just like, eh on it because there was a limited selection of what you can choose for backwards compatibility. I'm sure it'll get bigger, but I thought that was kind of a step in the right direction, but they should have had that, sooner.
Like, here's the thing about backwards compatibility. Like, I mean, 360s right now are just dirt cheap. You can go out and get one. It's not, just get like a regular arcade, and that costs you like $100 or $80 or something. I mean, the backwards compatibility thing, I mean, sure, I guess if you don't have a 360, that's a good thing. But I don't know. I mean, I just think it's something that's like, okay, whatever, not really a big deal. It would be a bigger deal if something like, PS4 had backwards compatibility. Well, I mean, they do have PlayStation Now, but yeah. I don't know. It's just something like, I would just say just get a 360, But
Either that or like the PC has a lot of shit you can emulate.
Oh yeah, most of the 360's library you can play on PS. Or yeah, I was about to say PS3. Well, you could play on PS3 too, but PC. So.
And I say it's like not a lot of a incentive to get an Xbox One because I did watch all the press conferences from start to finish, even the terrible PC gaming show. But there's a lot of Xbox stuff coming over to the PC, like Gears of War and what was it? I think it's Killer Instinct.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
That's cool. I knew Gears of War. The first one was on PC.
But like none of the other ones were, so I think this is like the remaster stuff coming over.
I'm going to reset the call real quick so we can let Torrez in. So,
Alright, sure.
See you in 5 seconds. Alright, we're going to reset the call. Technical difficulties. We're going to try to get Torrez in. He's having bad escape mechanics. So, let's try it. Alright.
I can hear everyone, yes.
Yeah!
Oh, cool.
We got Torrez. How you doing?
Good, I can finally hear everyone.
Yay!
We finally got it working.
Okay, so that must have been on my end then. I'm sorry. Huh. So how you doing, Torrez?
I think he had background noise.
Oh.
I'm doing good at this real quick.
We were just talking about E3. What were your thoughts?
Wait, hold on. Say it again.
We were just talking about E3. What do you think about E3?
E3 this year, it was kind of a mixed bag because some people had good stuff, some people had bad stuff. I think Sony did good. Microsoft did pretty decent. Bethesda, for the first time, it was all right. Nintendo, I did not like at all, and the rest were kind of meh. So it was decent. If I can grade it, it was probably like a C.
Yeah, I would say overall, like you said, it's pretty mixed. The only ones that impressed me, I honestly only one impressed me, and that was Sony's. The rest were just, I mean, Nintendo, it's all right. I mean, it's probably better than Microsoft. So I mean, I guess it's just a lot of really mixed stuff. But yeah.
Well, after watching that, I know I'm never gonna sit through an E3 conference again. Sports, Pele, sports. So like, what's going on?
That's all like EA really has. It's just sports shit and it's stuff nobody really cares about. Racing games.
It was so unappealing. I like wanted to claw my eyes out. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, and not to mention like they're just so unengaged. Like the people presenting it, they're just so bored. Yeah.
This Square Enix was almost as bad.
I mean, at least Nintendo tried to be entertaining with the whole puppets thing or whatever the hell they did.
It was creative, I guess, with the puppets stuff.
And they had like Xenoblade, so I mean, it looked interesting for what it was. It's not like they had sports every time. The EA press conference was so disjointed, and the PC gaming show was just boring.
It was too long.
It was way too long, and they just didn't have anything. Yeah.
It was way too long. I think if they would have cut it in half, it would have been a little better.
I ranted about it. I was like, this is just NyQuil in video format.
Yeah, it was horrible. Person that says, imagine if Konami get a press conference.
Oh,
well, I wonder why they weren't there this year. It wouldn't be that whole Kojima controversy, would it?
Yeah, we don't need Kojima anymore, even though he pretty much made our company popular in the first place. I mean, him and Silent Hill.
Oh God, Silent Hills.
I got a question. What if all the thing about Kojima, what if that was all like that was all a troll and Konami was trying to fuck with us?
I don't know. I don't think they would miss that.
Yeah, I had a discussion about that. I don't think it will go well at all because a lot of people think this is true. It's like the trolling stuff that he did with Phantom Pain, where it's like, his name is, I forgot his name, but he was apparently dressed like a patient in the hospital from the game.
Yeah.
That stuff was just all like comedy to me, but this stuff sounds like it's real, like it's happening, like they're
Yeah,
pushing him out of the company. So
Yeah.
if he led people on to think that way, I think it would be negative on both of their behalves.
Yeah, I mean, like I've said, they've just run Silent Hill into the ground. They don't
Yeah.
care about that anymore. They don't care about fucking. I mean, I guess Kojima was just naturally the next to go, like Metal Gear Solid. You know, that was the only thing holding them up, and now they don't have anything.
Yeah, they're gonna stick to apparently pachinko slots because
Oh
that's
yeah,
the way they're
mobile
making money.
games. Mobile
Yeah.
games. That's where it's at. You know.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 6 soon to the iPhone. Oh, that's
It's a terrible idea.
There's already an estimate that consoles sell better than mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's the stupidest thing. Like, you know, because everybody was so excited when, you know, when the Silent Hills demo came out, and now it's just like they're not even keeping that up. They're just removing that. It's just crazy. I don't know. It was so promising, too. It's a shame.
Yeah.
I really hope they somehow find, you know, I'm sure that Kojima will break off into his own company if that happens. And if that happens, I would like to see him try to build upon what he had in the PT demo. So that would be interesting, but I don't know. I'm sure it will eventually happen. I'm staying optimistic, but I don't know. It's unpredictable at this point.
I got a question. Was PT supposed to be a Sony exclusive since it came out? The demo came out there first?
I think so, actually, because when I first heard about it, it was, but I don't know. It could, I mean, later on down the line, it could have been in multiplat. But
I think it would have came on the Xbox eventually. I think it probably would have been a timed exclusive. That's just the you know, best case scenario for it.
Yeah.
I think it might have just came out on PS4 and PC.
That's a bold move. A lot of Xbox
Yeah,
fans would be
yeah.
very salty.
Like Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, they were really pissed about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. So, yep. Let's see. We have some real questions.
Okay.
What is your guys' thought on Phil using the guide for Code Veronica?
Well, I'll go first since I like RE, but he used guides before. I'm like, if you're gonna use a guide, at least use it off camera because you won't have people giving you shit. You know, I mean, the best thing you could say is like, yeah, I made some progress here or there, but Code Veronica is not too hard of a game as long as you try to find out what you're doing. Like, what Phil likes to do is he likes to blitz through games because he hates exploration. And when he gets to exploration, he gets lost. So I think that he really needs to like give the game a chance and search some stuff around, save his ammo because he's wasting it all like an idiot, and he'll have a fun time with it. But apparently he's just not, and he forgot like several key weapons. So I can't wait to see how that's gonna go with a boss fight that like takes bullets like raindrops.
Yeah.
I haven't watched his playthrough, but I'm pretty sure it's already terrible.
Yeah.
It is. It is already bad.
The only reason I haven't watched it is because I never played Code Veronica. No, I played half of it, but I never finished it.
It is a good game. It's just some people don't like it because it's the longest Resident Evil, it's the hardest one. But I think there's some fun to be had with it. But I can see why people don't like it because of that.
Yeah, like,
Seems
I
like
have
it
Code
seems like a
Veronica,
dumb
but I
reason to
have
hate
not
it.
gotten around to playing it.
It seems like a dumb reason to hate it. It's long and it's hard. Is that a good thing?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's good.
Being long is a good thing in my opinion, but it depends on if it's dragged out or not. Like, because some games will just, you know, that
Yeah, okay.
pad it out. But
I say there's like some backtracking here or there through old areas, but as soon as you get over that hump with Chris and you exit the military base, you're in a completely like new area afterwards. I think you go a little bit after that and you'll be like in a new place. So it's not really that bad, but you kind of got to get used to it.
yeah, like the whole using a guide thing, like I mean, I will admit I used a guide for the Resident Evil remake because I hadn't really played it before, and like I played the original Resident Evil, but like some stuff was in different places, it wasn't exactly the same. So like I looked up a guide just to see what I had to do, But like if I ever used a guide in a playthrough, I would at least admit to it, because I would be totally lost. But I do like exploring, just going around the mansion. Like I don't just want to just know like okay, I have to go here next, and I have to go there, etc., etc. Like I want to kind of at least know my way around the place. With Phil, like he just wants his hand to be held throughout. People to tell him everything. So
He played it on normal, right? Because I know when he played RE Remake, he accidentally put it on easy.
Yeah, I played it on normal. Like I knew which one normal was though. I mean, it's not hard to figure out.
Yeah, I just picked the setting that had it where you climb the mountain. I mean, I was already familiar with it on the GameCube, so I figured, hey, why not try to challenge myself again and see what they changed.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of the remake, are you guys excited for Resident Evil 0, the HD remake of that?
I know Phil's gonna fuck that up because
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, of course he is.
I've been playing Zero for a little while, and that game hinges on a lot of item management, and also the fact that the female character Rebecca, she cannot take a lot of damage like Jill can at all. She's even weaker, so as soon as Phil gets hit and he sees he's on caution, he's gonna be pissed.
Yeah, I also don't really think he's gonna like the whole switching between characters thing.
Yeah.
Like you just switch between Billy, or I think it was Billy, or fucking name was. But like him and Rebecca, he's probably not gonna like that at all. He's gonna be like, this isn't like the Resident Evil one.
All I know is don't you touch Animusha, DSP. Don't you touch that series.
Oh, he's not. No, he probably thinks it's like a niche game or something.
Wait till someone suggests it to him on Patreon or something.
Oh, yeah, that's the only exception. If somebody like had it on Patreon or had him on Patreon, he would. Of course, he'd play it. His patron goal, and yeah, that's the only exception. I think he played Godfather. I was surprised when I heard he was playing Godfather. I was like, why the hell is he playing Godfather? And he's like,
he's playing Godfather with Liana.
Yeah,
That's
if you watch them play, they're pretty much arguing about the entire playthrough.
Yeah, I think it's
like
Pandalise playing it with them or something.
I would say married couple, but the way Pandalise acts, it's like father and daughter.
It's more like a child and arguing, pretty much. That's how it is.
He's gonna tuck her in after that playthrough.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we have to go get our hair cut after.
Actually, let's get back into some gaming news. I forgot some news here. Did you guys hear about the prototype SD for Xbox One?
I actually have an upcoming rant about that, and I think it's going to be entertaining. But I will say it's disappointing that the frame rates drop like that, and it didn't do that on the original. I will say that I think the PC version is going to be definitive because it runs at 60 FPS.
Oh wait, prototype for the Xbox One, or?
Yeah, they remastered it, and Digital Foundry recently discovered that the Xbox One version runs at like sub 30 FPS.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah.
Like, especially considering how old it is. Like, prototype came out. I don't even know.
Well, the last one came out like 2012.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't imagine it's a really hard game to get running at 60 frames a second. I don't know why it's. I don't know. I mean, they must not be utilizing the hardware somehow. I guess I couldn't think of any way why it's not running. Why it's running at that frame rate.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad. The Xbox One, the next gen console, should have that game run at 60 FPS.
Yeah.
Why are you going to sub 30 FPS? That's
like, I mean, I know I talk a lot of shit about the Xbox, but like, I mean, I'm sure it can run those games. Like, 'cause it can run Witcher 3 from what I hear in pretty decent frames. So I don't know why the hell it's prototype. It's gonna stuff. I don't know. That's just weird.
It almost doesn't matter because there's gonna be an HD remaster for prototype.
I hope so, because basically I can't even call this I can't even call this a remaster. What they put out is more like a rebundle. They're just bundling the two games together, but somehow it runs worse.
Yeah,
it runs worse.
I mean, it was already in HD. Yeah. The only difference would be like, we got it to run at 60 frames a second.
Yeah.
Even though it already runs at 60 frames a second on PC, but whatever. I guess on console at least. That's the definitive edition thing.
I think they said the PS3 is better than the Xbox One version.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, if it's gonna run at sub 30 frames
Yeah.
a second, then yeah, it is.
That's kind of sad considering the PS3 is
The
more
last gen
powerful.
system.
Well, look at the implications of that. The
Yeah.
PS3 is a 6th gen console. No, it's
Yeah.
7th gen. 7th gen, my
Yeah.
bad. But it's
Yeah.
7th gen, and we're on the 8th gen, and the 8th gen can't run better than the 7th gen.
Yeah.
Yeah, consoles are definitely like
Go
hitting their
backwards.
limitation. Like there, you
Yeah.
definitely are seeing the limitations of the console now that there's more advanced games coming out which are more graphically intensive.
Yeah.
So
Nuts
I do
news.
think they should mostly get their games at 60 FPS because they've all been at 30 so
Yeah.
far.
That should
yeah,
be
at
like
least
the
at least
minimum
the older
requirement.
games.
Yeah, it should be.
I mean, it doesn't bother me, but since I'm thinking about it's the next gen, it should go to 60 since the PC's already reached the 60 already and already got higher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
apparently you can do on Killer Instinct. I just saw like a review for the not a review, like a preview. I saw a preview for the PC version, and they said that the PC version can run at like 90 FPS. I was like, oh my god, that must be like crazy. I've never seen a game run higher than 60 because of my refresh rate, but
Yeah.
I'm sure that's going to be crazy to see.
Next topic that I missed was, I'm sorry, Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain to be bundled with NVIDIA GeForce graphics cards. What do you guys think about that?
I'm not a PC guy, so I can't answer this.
Oh, is it going to be like optimized for the Nvidia cards or something?
No,
Or?
it's going to be bundled when you buy a NVIDIA card.
Yeah, so when you get a
Oh.
graphics card, you'll get the game.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool. I mean, well, they do that for a lot of games though.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure Arkham Knight, I think, had that, something like that. But a lot of recent games, or I think Arkham Origins, I remember one of those games came with the Nvidia card. But yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. You get a free game, so
yep.
I gotta decide if I'm gonna upgrade before I make the plunge. But if I do, that'd be pretty good actually.
I think I'm gonna get it. You know, because since I'm a collector, I'm probably gonna get it on both PS4 and PC just for the hell of it. You know, I just have both versions of it. But yeah, since I have a PC that'll definitely run that, so it'd basically just be like 60 FPS version and the 30 FPS would be the only difference really.
Yeah.
You know, and graphically it looks better. But
Well, I think the PS4 version of, well, I'm basing this on Ground Zeroes, but that runs at 60 FPS. The only ones that run lower are the last gen versions, like PS3, Xbox 360.
Yeah, that kind of brings me into another thing, though. I just think they should get rid of this, like, you know, trying to have last-gen versions of these
Yeah.
games. If you're going to move on to the next gen, you have to leave it behind.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't-
look at Mortal Kombat X. It's supposed to come out last gen, but it hasn't come out yet.
It got delayed so many times, and then they like just screw it. We aren't going to announce anything about the last gen versions of NKX, which is like a slap in the face.
yeah, I mean, like, at least say you're just not going to do it if you're going to do it or not. But, yeah, I mean, it's just, I just think they need to stop doing that. I mean, there's no point to that.
PS3 is like 10 years old. Just.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it needs to die.
I mean, there's still games coming out for it though that aren't
Yeah.
just like last gen ports. There's still PS3 still gets games. So I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know about 360, but I know PS3 still gets games. So I mean, that's a pretty cool thing.
The PS3 came out 2007, right?
2000? No, wait, 2007 or 2006?
Yeah,
I think it was
that
probably
would either
six.
be 9 or 10 years.
It was sometime after the 360.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me see. PS3, 2006,
Yeah, I thought so.
and I think the Xbox 360 came in 05. So.
Yeah, and then everybody got a 360 because
Yeah.
it was cheaper.
Yeah. PS3.
I remember when it launched, PS3 was like $600.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, it was
Oh
basically
my
just a
God.
glorified Blu-ray player.
That was absolutely like nuts.
And then everybody that got their 360s at launch got the red ring of death and it burned their house down.
Yeah. I'm lucky I didn't get one. That was horrible.
I still got an old model 360. I never got the red ring.
Yeah,
of
I do
ever.
too, but that's mostly because I don't really play it much. So it's still not dead. But
Yeah,
I'm waiting for it to die. It'll die someday.
I had an old one and it never died. So
I still have I have a super slim PS3 that I had for like a year now.
Oh yeah, dude, I have a super slim too.
yeah, I had a super slim.
The super
Yeah,
slim's actually not bad.
not
The only
at
thing I don't like about it is the top loader.
yeah, the top loader really sucks.
Yeah.
It looks cheap. No. I had a slim, and then I got like the fat model, and then that died. I got like a faulty HDMI port or something. I bought a used, which is me being stupid. I shouldn't have got it used, so I just got a new super slim. It's been working for me, so I was like, nice. It's hasn't quit on me. So.
I can't be ashamed of my fat PS3 because it lived for like 7 years before it died.
Yeah.
You know,
The only
I
thing
miss
is, it's just so big. It's so like it's such a, I don't know. It's kind of an eyesore. Well, not really an eyesore, but it's just like it's too big for what it is. Like I just think it's better having a slim model of it.
You're not going over your friend's house with that shit, that's for sure.
Oh fuck no! Yeah, you'd be like lugging that around.
I missed out on the PS3. I was gonna plan on getting one soon to get all the games I missed.
I think it's worth it because they still have flash sales. So if you decide to get one, they still have the whole ecosystem thing going on where you still get free games on PS Plus if you have it.
But you get PS Plus, and I mean, to me, it's worth it because you get free games and you get discounts, so it's not bad. I mean, it's only like what $50 a year, something like that. So I'd say get it.
Definitely worth it.
Well, I'm straight till January then because my Plus account thing don't expire till January.
Yeah, I'm still surprised I have mine because I thought mine would have run out by now. It's still gone. So I don't know. I'm not even keeping track of it. I'm just like, oh, I still have this.
Yeah, mine been ran out. I also sold my PS3. So, that sucks. I miss it. Let's see.
Well, since you're a PC guy, you can wait for that PS3 emulator whenever that comes out.
Yeah, that's gonna come out like 2020.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know if that's ever gonna happen.
I think they're trying to build one. They got like one game to work so far, so it's gonna take a long time.
I mean, it's kind of pointless though. I mean, because they're already releasing like these PS3 games. Like I think they're coming out with a God of War 3. It's going to be 60 frames a second on PS4. It's like that's the only way you'd use an That's the only point of using the emulator for is I can play these PS3 games 60 FPS. But it doesn't matter because they're they're releasing these definitive editions. So
I'm just waiting for Sony. I know they're going to do it. They might as well do it a lot. Just don't say they're going to have backwards compatibility for the PS4. They got to.
They're not going to because PS3 has like such a weird architecture.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it has like a cell processor or something. The PS4 has more like a PC kind of architecture, so it would be compatible with like a PS3.
Well, that's why people say the PS4 is more powerful than the Xbox One.
Yeah, well, it has different hardware, but yeah.
Okay.
Well, the one took away the whole thing because a lot of its processing power was being taken up by the Kinect. So it kind of like it's not being bundled with that anymore. So they're focusing more of their processing power on the system itself more than the Kinect because nobody really cares about the Kinect. So
that
that's
Kinect is dead, just
good
like the PlayStation little camera thing.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of just a gimmick. The PlayStation camera was a gimmick too. It's just there's people aren't really going to care about that. Really, I mean, leave that stuff to like Nintendo or something.
I mean, I have a PlayStation camera, but I haven't used it yet. I was going to use it when I figure out how to stream my games, but I can't do it at the moment.
Yeah, that's the only thing it would be good for is streaming. I kind of like how they have the built-in streaming thing with PS4, even though I don't really use Twitch or anything. I guess if you had a Twitch account, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think the streaming stuff is a good option because it's like not everyone has a powerful enough PC to
Yeah,
stream. So, it's for people who would love to have the opportunity to stream on their consoles, and I think that's a good idea if they don't have a powerful PC or if they
definitely.
just run off a
So,
laptop.
Yeah. The chat says is PlayStation iToy. I guess that's what it's called.
oh, the iToy,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember that thing.
Um.
Oh yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah, the iToy. Or the
Yeah, yeah, it's the newer version of it
yeah.
because I know they had like an iToy for the PS2.
Yeah.
I never wanted to invest in this shit because, like, I don't want people looking in my room and shit like that.
Yeah. We have another real question. Will the Ahsoka disappear when filled with tires?
Wait, you do what?
Will we disappear when filled with tires?
I don't think we are.
Disappear into thin air.
No, I think we'll last a bit while.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I can say. I think we'll last a good amount of time.
Yeah, I think everyone's gonna be like that. Like, even if Phil goes away, everyone's still gonna be doing their own stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Phil. Of course, he's obviously going to come up because he's doing something stupid. But I mean, if he goes away, so what? I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
I
You
will
know,
say this:
not really gonna
Phil will
change much.
go. I will say this: Phil will go away before us.
Yeah, Phil's career is definitely dwindling. It's going on a huge downward spiral right now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's just been progressively going downhill. So,
Hmm.
Now I need his Patreon.
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 oh well, yeah, the Patreon thing is the only thing keeping him going. But that's only just a matter of time until that goes away. I mean, just especially considering the fact of how he's just abusing it, and a lot of people are just discontent with how he's using it anyway. Even his fans don't like it. So he's going to lose a lot of people from that.
Yeah. Oh, Renegade, I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I heard that you're supposed to be doing a Legendary of RE3. Are you doing that solo or are you doing it with people? Because I think, well, Legendaries are more fun when you do it with people.
I did tell if anyone wants to come on board, they're more free to do so. But I'm the type of person because I remember one point Moogle asked me to do voice acting, and I'm like, if I do something on spur of the moment, I'm like, oh shit, I could have asked him or I could have asked that guy. But if I do it spur of the moment, I'm probably gonna do it solo. But if I do it with other people, I'll plan it out. So it's sort of like one of those strange things. You might see some people on board, you might not. But I have my mind open to pretty much everything, and as long as the video comes out good, then that's just how I'm gonna keep it.
Well, if you
Okay.
ever change your mind about that, I'd be happy to join in. So,
Oh, sure, no problem. Like, I don't mind people joining me at all, but it's like if I do it like right on the spot and I forget, it'd be like, ah,
that's
shit.
cool.
Well, I'll just
I
do
mean,
it
if
solo
you don't,
and
then
finish
just let me
it.
know.
But I'll let you know. Yeah.
All right.
Um, do you have any other projects coming up for this Don't Plays?
I mean, I guess I'll start. I'm working on part 2 of This Is How I Don't Play Persona 4. So that's the only thing Phil related, really. Most everything else is just more of my Let's Play stuff. I may do more Let's Endures. People have been asking me for a lot of different Let's Endures, and I know I've been putting it off. I've been focused on other stuff, admittedly. So I will get back to that and do something. Possibly, maybe Crash Bandicoot or something, since it's something I grew up with, and it personally kind of pissed me off when he played that. So I might do that, but I don't know. I'm open to anything really.
For me, I'm probably not going to be doing any film-related content because what I'm doing with my YouTube channel, I want to move all my film-related content to a different channel and have my main channel focus on my animation. So I don't know. I mean, if I do this how you don't play, I don't know what I'm going to do. I did hear that no one's done Red Dead Redemption. I watched the first part of that, and it was already bad. So maybe not.
That's gonna be a long one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 156 parts.
Oh, good.
That's a long one.
Oh, hey, that's nothing compared to Persona 4, though. That thing is 200 some parts long.
That's why I'm kind of glad that what a lot of people are doing these days, and I might adapt these ideas, is they're either doing DSP in a minute or they're doing mini This Is How You Don't Plays, where it's not the full thing, but it's just the content that matters of him fucking up. I think that's a perfect
the DSP
example.
in a minute was a good idea, but mostly what I'm doing for like when he's doing like boss fights and stuff, I don't show the whole thing because that would be just that was just terrible. So I just fast forward through most of it, and then I get to the parts whenever he's complaining, I'll just stop. But yeah, I mean, because I don't want to show the whole thing, it's ridiculously long. So yeah, that's something else I do. But I mostly just leave in just the really good parts, where he's bitching and complaining. I take out a lot of the filler stuff where he's not really doing much. So I try to condense mine that way. But yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just fast forward and just get to the parts where he messes up. Let's see. Are there any real questions? I don't think so. Oh, did you answer this Renegade? Are you gonna make the silent play Code Veronica?
I don't know. Since I started like class next week, I know most of my time is going to be related on the weekends. But I found a good technique to This How You Don't Plays, and Chav Grenade actually suggested this in his videos, and he was like, he doesn't watch Phil's full playthrough, so if you don't want to rip your hair out of your scalp, you can always just listen to the waveforms of the audio file, and like Sony Vegas or something, and wherever he screams at or complains, that's where he's bitching at, so you can just cut through all the boring stuff and get to the parts that matter. That's what I'm trying to do with DMC, and that's why I picked up on it so fast.
It's funny you mentioned the waveform thing, because like that's how I know whenever he's complaining, because I noticed the audio.
The spikes go up.
It's just spikes, and I'm like, oh, what's going on here? And I just
yeah. That's how I did New Vegas. I just watched the waveform.
Yeah, that's what you have to do, because especially if you go through like something that has 100 parts. You're not going to want to sit through all of that. It's just like too much torture.
Oh hell no, that's not what I do for Persona. I just like I just skim through it. And that's all I do. I can't watch the whole thing. It'll drive me insane.
Terrible. Oh god, I still have nightmares from trying to do that. This is how you don't play. Took like 6 months to do it. Horrible, especially with my laptop. Oh my god.
Yeah, I had an old XP desktop, and doing Last of Us, the first one, that was absolutely terrible. And especially, it seems on an old computer, Sony Vegas crashed a little bit more. It's not the most stable program, but on an old computer, it was just terrible.
Sony Vegas can be really finicky sometimes.
Yeah, I just use Premiere Pro. I don't use Vegas.
Yeah, I hear Premiere is good, but it's just hard to use. I use Vegas, but I might dabble in Premiere sometimes just to test it out.
Yeah. It takes a little getting used to.
I hear it has nice effects. Yeah. That's the main thing that was deals to me.
So, Mr. Lester, do you have any more questions for us?
Any more questions? You guys have any questions for me? Anybody?
I have a question actually.
Yeah.
Are you going to get a new graphics card so you can cop Metal Gear Solid 5?
Definitely. That's definitely.
Good idea.
Gonna upgrade. I don't know what card I'm getting yet, but definitely gonna try to save up for MGS5 and Fallout 4.
Yeah, because I'm interested to get a taste of it, because I know everyone's going to be after Phil on PS4, and I don't want to miss out on that experience no matter what.
Yeah, I suggest if you're going to get a graphics card, I got an NVIDIA, I think it was a 970, something like that, but it's really good.
I think Lester here is an AMD fan, though.
AMD is really good too. They have really affordable cards, but they're good cards. I used to use ATIs, but I recently switched over to Nvidia just to try it out, and it's I haven't been disappointed.
What card do you have?
I have a 970.
Oh, okay.
I think it was like a 970 Ti super clocked.
Cool.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
The only thing about AMD is that their cards run really hot, and so do their processors.
Yeah, they do.
So you have to find a cooling solution.
But they're usually more quiet. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
Nvidia, whenever like it's getting really high, like my card, it'll kind of have like a little whine to it, but it's not that loud. I mean, it's still fairly quiet. But it's mostly because it's a more powerful card, so they have more tendency to be if there's a lot, like if it's being really pushed, then you'll kind of hear it, but it's not that bad.
Yeah, I probably switch over to NVIDIA. So.
Yeah, so far they have not been that bad, but I will admit some of the driver updates for the Nvidia cards they have been rather lackluster.
Like, yeah, I mean they're all right. I don't really have much complaints about that. They at least update rather frequently, but the same thing could be said for ATI. I mean they both have pretty frequent updates. I think Nvidia has more frequent updates. I think it's why people like it a little bit more.
Yeah, they do. They do it every time a new game is released, so they'll have an update on it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I like about it. Is at least they have an update to at least accommodate, or to make sure that the game will run okay. But
I think they had an update for Ground Zeroes when that came out for PC.
Yeah, I remember that, and they had one for Arkham Knight, but unfortunately,
it's a disaster.
What do you guys think of the Arkham Knight PC port?
Oh God!
I've heard horror stories about it. I have to play it because
I can say one thing: don't buy PC games from Warner Brothers. You saw what happened to Mortal Kombat X. You saw what happened to Arkham Knight. Yeah. Do not buy Mad Max on PC.
Yeah, don't buy it. Otherwise, you won't be able to play your game at all.
Yeah, you better watch reviews or wait what's going to happen. Do not buy it on PC.
They're going to be screwed if they mess up this time because of the Steam updates, right? Steam refund?
Why they took Arkham Knight down, because people started refunding them.
People use Steam refund for that.
That's why I took it down the first time.
I don't know. Like, are they even going to improve that game and make it work, or they just don't care? Like,
they say it's going to come out in the fall, right?
Yeah, they say
they said they'll fix it in August, I believe.
Yeah, or September.
Well, I hope that. I don't know. I have my doubts, but I hope they're actually do something about it.
I don't think it matters because you can just play it on PS4 now.
Yeah, you could just do that. Just refund your PC version and just go get a PS4 copy.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad, though. Yeah. Console runs better than the PC.
Yeah.
That was true for that was also true for, at least in my case, for Witcher 3 at launch. That would not run well on my fucking rig, so I had to play it on PS4, and I ended up playing the whole game on PS4.
Wow.
Because I just had
it's not the first time a console game ran better than a PC. It's been a couple, not a whole lot, but like a couple.
I guess you could say MKX because that had a bad launch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing at launch. I'm pretty sure they've improved it by now.
Of course.
I read a lot of people on forums complaining about, mostly people with NVIDIA rigs, were like, it's, at least at launch for Witcher, is like it was terribly, or running pretty bad. So I wasn't the only one, but I'm pretty sure they've improved it by now.
Have y'all used Steam Refund yet?
Wait, say that again?
Have y'all used Steam to refund again yet?
I don't think I didn't use Steam Refund for any game because the games that I bought really worked. But if it came to a situation where it was like Arkham Knight, you cannot play it, it's totally unplayable, I would definitely take my money back in a second.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad they have that feature now.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, at least you can refund games you don't really, like that.
All y'all do is pirate your games. Get out of here.
I definitely don't. Nope.
Yeah, sure you don't.
I don't at all. Nope.
I've never done
Pilot
that.
anything. I'm a good boy.
I have my fingers crossed on this one.
Yeah. Hopefully the Phantom Pain will launch with no problems. Ground Zeroes was pretty good.
I have not tried that, but I really, really do for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that?
Ground Zeroes.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty optimized.
Red, it was.
The PC version of it. It was ran pretty well for me. So, that was actually my first time playing it. Was on the PC version of it because I didn't play the PS4 one. But it ran pretty well. I don't think I even had to change any settings. I think I left it at max, and it was like 60 frames a second.
I'm about to say, Red, you missed out. It was free on PSN last month.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Damn, I don't think it matters because I look at my collection and I see Ground Zeroes right over there on PS4. I just think I wanted to try it on PC for the performance.
So one pretty
Yeah,
good.
it definitely has better performance.
Yeah.
And it brings out the beauty of the Fox engine. So.
So one pretty. What card do you have, Renegade? I think you have a 780.
I have a GTX 970.
Oh, okay. Same card. Alright.
Yes, same one as that.
And it performs like really well for what it does.
Mhm.
Yeah. I had a pretty old one. I think I had a before I had the 970. I had a Sapphire 6970, but
Oh,
it was
man.
a decent card. It had a good run. Like it would pretty much run most new games, at least high settings. So I didn't. It was pretty good. I just wanted to upgrade just because, like, I have to run them at max.
That card is pretty good. I'm not sure how much it runs now, but it was pretty good back in the day.
I remember when I first got it and I ran Deus Ex Human Revolution with it, and I was like, oh my god, I'm running this at like a really high frame rate. That's crazy.
Nice. 1080p 60 frames per second.
Oh, speaking of Human Revolution, is anybody excited for Mankind Divided?
Oh yeah, the new game. Yeah.
I am.
Oh god, when I saw the trailer for that, I was like
awesome.
so hyped. I was so
Yeah.
hyped that it looks like it's going to be amazing. Because I wanted to see more Adam Jensen and more Deus Ex games with Adam Jensen because I liked Adam Jensen. So like more in the games like Human Revolution. I like the original Deus Ex, but I honestly I will say I like Human Revolution better. I just liked it better. But the original is still good. I just think Human Revolution is my favorite.
Like,
I'm
I
gonna
know
be-
when a game is good when I go out and rebuy it for PC.
Oh hell yeah! I've got the PC version. I've also got a PS3 version of it. So I do not have the Wii U version though. I don't have that one.
What were you saying,
But I
Torrez?
think the director's cut is just the DLC. So
Never played the series. No comment on it.
It's good. You got to
Human
try it.
Revolution. Just play
Yeah,
Human
okay.
Revolution.
Just play Human Evolution.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll get into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
It was cheap on Amazon, so I can get it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are y'all gonna play the new Hitman game?
Oh, probably. I'm a huge fan of Hitman. So
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, well, I will.
I will say though, I did not really care for Absolution.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because it was linear. Because I know people complain
It
about
was
that.
just I don't like what they did with the stealth system in general. I really hope they don't bring that back for the new one. I hope they don't because I just did not like that in Absolution. It was just basically on a timer sort of thing. If somebody saw you, then if you were exposed for a certain amount of time, you'd be caught. How the original games works was you got a disguise and you just blended in with.
Oh,
the-
yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember. You had to
Absolution.
use in Absolution. You had to use instinct to
Yeah, the
blend by the
instinct to
guard or
mask
something.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't mind change in game series. I just didn't like that. It just was bad. They should just go back to what they did for the original games.
I do like the leaderboard. At all.
Yeah, Contract could be fun too, but
On track? Oh, you mean the game or the mode for
the mode for Absolution where like your friend's supposed to like kill someone and the way they assassinate a guy or whatever, you gotta do it in that order.
That was an interesting thing. I thought that was cool, but it still just had that same gameplay. That's the thing. It was in the same
Yeah.
game. I just did not like the gameplay. I never finished it. That was like probably the only Hitman game. Well, yeah, I think so because it was the only one I just didn't finish because I just did not like it. I couldn't keep playing it.
I will say Blood Money is the best one I played so far.
I'm torn between Blood Money and Contracts, as I thought Contracts was really good.
And Absolution was the only game I ever played.
Damn it, Torres.
Yeah, play the other ones. The ones are really.
I was
I would
gonna get the
Blood Money.
HD collection, but I ran out of room on my 360.
Yeah, I would just get HD collection. Blood Money, you should probably start off with that since it's probably the easiest one in the series, and it's probably I don't know, it's pretty good. A lot of people like that
I
one.
did play Blood Money a little because I played a demo of it. It does feel different because I played Absolution first.
Yeah, it's pretty different.
But
Yeah,
it'll
that's
grow
what I'm
on you because Blood Money is one of those games where it's like the mechanics never really aged.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, Assassin's Creed kind of sort of uses the same kind of idea, but not with the whole disguise thing. It's more like the whole blending in with the crowd thing and not doing something unusual.
Yep.
But it's more casualized, way more casualized.
Casual. What do you guys think of Just Cause 3?
I want it because I played Just Cause 2,
Yes.
and for what it was, I
Yes.
thought it was amazing,
Yes.
and I definitely want to get my hands on third game.
Yes.
Yeah, Just Cause
Yeah.
2 is good. I never got around to beating it though, but I need to.
Sure.
I need to just to play the third one.
I never played one.
You should. You should play it.
Play the second one. The second one's really fun.
I never played the first one. Did anybody
I
play
don't.
the first
I
one?
don't know about that. People thought the first one was just okay.
Yeah.
I have it, but
Me too.
they don't have any controller support, so I have to like set that up through Xpatter.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that was weird. That'd be weird if I had to play that on mouse and keyboard. It just
Oh,
doesn't seem like
God.
one of those games you'd play on mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like a lot of PC gamers are like, "Oh, I don't like playing on controller." There are some games I just would rather play on controller
Yeah.
because I just don't want to play like for example, like Tomb Raider or Hitman. I would not play those on mouse and keyboard. Just don't, not those kind of games.
Yeah, like sports games.
Why would you not play a PC game on a controller?
I don't know. Like, well, I mean, some games like first-person shooters I can understand, but like third-person games and stuff like that, I wouldn't really play on mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
I mean, like games that are going to come out on console anyway, like those type of games.
Oh,
It's kind of
Yeah.
hard to explain it, but you know what I mean.
yeah.
Yeah. Any more questions for me? Or
Say it again.
do you have any more questions for me?
None here.
Are you going to get a PS4 soon? Or anytime soon?
Probably.
What games you going to go try to get for it?
Bloodborne. And
Yeah.
PS5.
Bloodborne was a system seller for me. That's
Yeah.
why I got a PS4 in the first place.
Yeah. I never played any of the Dark Souls games, so.
I will honestly say Bloodborne is probably my favorite out of the Souls games. Probably my favorite one.
I will
just
say
like-
this: if you start with Bloodborne and you jump to Dark Souls, it will feel different because the combat's slower.
Mhm.
That's the only thing, but they're both good games overall.
Yeah, I just like the atmosphere and the creepiness factor of Bloodborne and just the combat. It's just way better in my opinion. I still like Dark Souls, but I just thought Bloodborne was better. Well, speaking of which, are you guys excited for Dark Souls 3?
Yep.
I haven't played the Souls game, so I don't have much to comment on. But I would if I had the opportunity.
Well, I can
Yeah.
tell you this: you could jump on any of them. You don't have to play the other ones to get the story.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, that's good.
the only one that I did not really like and was really disappointed with was the second one. I think they're bringing back the creator like Miyazaki for a third
Yeah.
game. So
They said they were.
yeah, that I'm excited for that reason because the second one did not have him and it suffered for it. It really did. It was just not. We were promised that it was going to be really good and it just wasn't. So I don't know.
I also heard from the combat that they're using some of the combat from Bloodborne, like some of the fast paced. I would say I hope they don't do that for like if you wear like armor, because I know Dark Souls have armor. I don't want you to go like super fast like in Bloodborne. It will feel kind of unrealistic or something. I don't know. Just hard to explain. I just don't want them to go all Bloodborne with Dark Souls. Like stick with the original formula of Dark Souls and maybe add a little bit of Bloodborne. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like how Bloodborne was different, at least from Souls in this combat. And you know how you could, basically, you can have a gun and your weapon, your melee weapon and everything. That was cool.
Yeah.
I like that about it.
Any more questions for me?
Not
Yeah,
really. Not
give him a question, Chaos. Me and Renegade both give him questions. Come on, give him one. Give him one.
That's the question.
I have to think of something. I guess what is your favorite game? Maybe.
Favorite game of all time?
Yeah, I guess of all time.
Just Cause 2.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
I thought you were about to say Fallout.
Yeah,
That's
I
number
expected
2.
the same because I remember Lester was trying to play Fallout on the stream, and I figured, you know, the first game that you usually like to play for a Let's Play is the one you like the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to play Fallout 1. It took a little to get me used to. Because, you know, it's just an old game.
I'm about to say, I could tell that Fallout 1 probably didn't age well, right?
No.
No, it's one of those old school, over the top like RPGs.
Just like how GTA 1 and 2 don't age well either.
No.
No.
Plus, it's, you know, it's not real time like the other games are.
Fallout is like the same kind of style as Diablo.
Yeah.
Pretty much, it's isometric sort of RPG.
I guess we can start setting this down. Mr. Renegade, where can we find you on social media?
You could find me on Twitter at Operative Ren. You can find me on YouTube at Renegade Operative. I recently had a victory video which I won the false copyright claims that's been going on in the community with the DSP fanatics and everyone. So I'm glad I got that victory, and hopefully everyone else who's been affected, their channel will be helped. But yeah, you can find me on those two, and I will be uploading probably some LPs, probably some videos of some interesting subjects. I did say that I had the prototype sub 30 FPS rant that I was going to do is pretty good, and I'll probably be doing that this week.
Alright. Mr. Torrez, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me at BadassArtist100, where you can see where I'm working on the new SOK image. Plus, you can go to my YouTube channel, The Superior Artist 10,000, where I do animation videos. And sorry about that dog barking, pissing me off.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think he went to go shut up
his dog up.
Yeah.
I'm back.
You got any more links for us?
That's everything.
Alright. KaptainKaos, where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at KaptainKaos, same as my YouTube name, except I guess you'd say at KaptainKaos is with a 0. Chaos would be spelled, that would be an O instead of or a 0 instead of an O. And I mostly just post about updates about stuff that I'm doing, or just random updates about like either my life or what's going on with my channel or something like that. So if you guys want to follow me, that's appreciated. You can also find me on YouTube at KaptainKaos, although that's with a space in between Captain and Chaos. So you'll mainly see I do a lot of Let's Plays and occasionally some Let's React to DSP or some reviews. I like to do a variety of stuff. So if you're interested in that, then definitely check me out, I guess. So that's that.
I really like your channel, your Let's Plays and stuff. So yeah, good channel.
Yep, I like to do a variety of Let's Plays. So there's a lot of different, mostly RPGs, visual novels, stuff like that. And I know a lot of people don't do visual novels, so if you like to see somebody basically read an audiobook to you,
KaptainKaos on YouTube.
Boo! Play a first-person shooter like everybody else.
Play Call of Duty.
Play COD, you bastard.
Play Battlefield. My social media goes as follows. You can follow me on Twitter at Lester L. Russ. YouTube, well, American Pro, I think it's dead. So, want. You can subscribe to Two Boys and Watch. That is where this podcast is going, hopefully. And, yep. And you can find me on Instagram if you want. I don't post anything, but you can find me on Instagram at Lester S1E13. Thank you guys again for showing up tonight, for talking to me tonight.
No problem, man.
Oh, that's good. That's good. No problem.
Sorry for not having the podcast on Tuesday like I usually do. So I appreciate you guys showing up on short notice.
That's all good. Like, I understand technical difficulties happen. I remember I had a power outage and I couldn't do anything, so I sort of had to compromise some things.
Yeah, it's probably good we didn't do it Tuesday anyway. I wouldn't have been able to because of there was a storm around my place, so I wasn't able to get my computer back running either because it knocked my computer out, so I had to fix that. So it's probably good we did it today anyway. So.
Thank you guys for watching. Next Onokast will be on the usual date, God willing. That will be the 28th of July. Guess, I don't know. Well, you can check my Twitter. I always update you on future guests and stuff like that. Thank you guys for watching on such short notice. I apologize once again for not having the podcast on Tuesday. I had technical difficulties. My internet got gout, so so I apologize for not having it on Tuesday. Once again, next week will be same time, usual date, Tuesday at 8 p.m. on Twisty Recession Uncle Pro. Thank you guys for watching. Whether it's on Twitch, on YouTube, thank you guys for all the support that you guys have given me over the past 13 podcasts, and hopefully we can have another 13 podcasts to come. And until next time, see you guys later. Peace out.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.